आवाहमान कालरू विभिन्न पुराण रे उल्लेख अच्छी देवसुर समुद्र मंथन करने मंदरगिरी चूड़ा नहीं मंथन करते मंथन समय समुद्र विभिन्न सामग्री सहित जो अमृत बाहरी ताहारी स्पर्श यही गिरीशृंग पत्र डाल चेर मूल मृतिका समस्त जिनस औषधीय गुण भरी रही जहाँकि अमृतर चमत्कार शक्ति सहित समान तेणु लोक मान विश्वास
नाली मंदार को आनी धरी शिव मस्तक
से मैंने वर्षर विभिन्न समय मुख्यतः वर्षा ऋतु आसी ये औषधीय चेरमूल डालपत्र संग्रह कर घर को नहीं था विभिन्न रोग पीड़ित समय से मैंने यहाँ व्यवहार करी तेणु ये परवर्ती समय 1995 मसीह मंदरगिरी सुरक्षा मंच प्रतिष्ठा करा जायकरी 9टी ग्राम मध्य एकता एवं सहमति प्रतिष्ठा एवं सहयोग से माने परस्पर को बढ़ेले एवं जंगल अभिवृद्धि है।
आम जो 90 मसीह 1990 मसीह जंगल जगिलु से ठेंगापाड़ी सुर कलु मेम्बर मानक मीटिंग कर यहाँ किंदी कले आम जंगल सुरक्षा करें तेणु चोर तो हथियार धरिकी जाऊँगी आम कि जदि न धरिकी जंगल को जीवा आमर मना अच्छे आम जदि हथियार नहीं जाइए सी हथियार नहीं किए आगे फिंगिदेले का मुंड कटिज तेणु से न नहीं आम ठेंगा धरिकी ठेंगा साहाଯ୍य जंगल रक्षा कलु तेणु चोर मानक ये ठेंगा धरिकी जाकि आम शासन कर आम उजला जंगल को सजाड़ीजु।
Thingapalli is an age-old tradition in the villages of Odisha that has resurfaced over the last 2 decades. It is probably a sign of how desperately the villagers want to save the last remains of their degraded forest.
This is an important industrial belt of our country. So, forest areas are being diverted for non-forestry purpose for use by various categories of industries. This forest division also carries old teak plantations during British period. So, forest mafias took sight of all those things and they started stealing the forest wealth openly. Even some of our divisional forest officers of this area have been humiliated because of the action of the mafias and requirement of the village people, the forest wealth denuded day by day, and it came to a degradation stage.
A degraded forest had virtually nothing to offer to its people. It only pushed them deeper into chronic poverty. This was the bigger reality not only in Angul but across Odisha during the decade of the 80s and 90s. Left with no other options for survival, hundreds and thousands of communities voluntarily formed village-level forest protection committees. Their efforts were recognized during the mid-90s when the Odisha state government passed the joint forest management legislation.
आपण आज जो गछ देखुंट 25 वर्ष पूर्व ये प्रकार टांगरा होता गोटे गछ नाला आम गाँ लोक जंगल को सुरक्षित करने द्वारा जगा रखा करने द्वारा आज ये जंगल परिपूर्ण होती आम 25 वर्ष है जो अक्लांत परिश्रम करूँ तार फलस्वरूप ये जो सबुजिमा आम देखिकी बहुत खुशी अच्छु बहुत आनंद लगुच.
So while its community's efforts were a big asset for the forest department, there was a lot more to be done, not just to save the degraded forests, but also to improve the lives of communities whose sole means of livelihood came from the forest. In 2007, these objectives got a renewed focus when the Odisha Forest Department received support from the Japan International Cooperation Agency to start an ambitious program called the Odisha Forestry Sector Development Project, covering nearly 14 forest divisions.
When we initiated the project in 2007, the basic objective was to address the issues of deforestation and degradation of the forest with an emphasis on the livelihood aspect of forest dwellers. Traditionally, in Odisha, the forests were being protected through informal institutions as well as through some social pressures. What was lacking was the good governance, the professional kind of capacity to manage them sustainably and to create alternate livelihood to reduce the pressure on the forest. So there the project stepped in to transform them from resource users to resource managers.
आम जो VSS गठन करुचु से गाँव रे जतोटी गाँ को लेकर भी हो VSS से परिवार अच्छा प्रत्येक परिवार जिते साबालक साबालिका विशेषकर भोटर्स बोली आम कहूँ भोटर जिते अच्छा से समितिर मेम्बर तेज से समिति गोटे एग्जीक्यूटिव कमिटी गठन करेंगे जो कमिटी प्रेसिडेंट भाइस प्रेसिडेंट सेक्रेटरी कैशियर आउ फॉरेस्ट गार्ड आमर जड़े मेम्बर 7 जन लेडी मेम्बर मस्ट रे आनिमेटर तो गोटे सेपरेट पोस्ट हिसाब से आम गोटे वर्किंग कमिटी कराई से मेम्बर प्राय 15-16 मेम्बर हो जाती आम कमिटी गठन हो
तार सीरियल नंबर देगी रखा तापर टोटाल मिसई दिज्व मिसई देला परे मास शेष सुधा सर्वश्रेष्ठ आनिमेटर मुख्य काम है लोक मान सहित एवं डिपार्टमेंट सहित सुसंपर्क स्थापन करी सेमान सहित जोगाजोग करवा ये है मुख्य काम। द्वितीयतः मीटिंग डकैवा लोक मानू एकत्रित करी बसैवा एवं मीटिंग रे जहाँ निष्पत्ति हम ताकू रिजुलेसन करी लेखिबा प्रत्येक रेकर्ड पत्र को लेखालेखी करवा ता सहित लोक मानकर जंगल उपरे जो समस्या उपजुछि तार समाधान किमिति करा जाई परिबो लोक मानक सहित एवं डिपार्टमेंट सहित बसी तार समाधान रो सूत्र बाहर करिबा।
each Van Suraksha Samiti began its task with a local microplan, which essentially identified a range of activities that could regenerate the forest as well as provide alternate livelihood to the forest dwellers.
As per the site requirement of that forest area, in the completely blank areas, block plantations were raised, like teak plantation for timber purpose, fuel wood and fodder plantation for the domestic consumption, and in small gaps, ANR with gap plantation was also done. Because of the regeneration operations like high stump cutting, climber cutting, etc., the existing forest also grew better than the previous one. Various soil moisture conservation activities were also undertaken so that the soil moisture of that area was increased, resulting in better regeneration of forests and better habitat for wild animals.
The major thrust of the project has been on the sustainability, and the three key element of the project. One is the entry point activity, which created an ambience for collective action. Second one is to kind of the good activities which are already being done by the VSS, those were consolidated through the project, and we also provided lot of opportunity for convergence, which further added value to the project. And third one is the transparency, which could be achieved through good record keeping and good capacity building.
এই গছর কাম নাই এ সপ্রেস হয়ে যাইছি এই গছর কিছু মূল্য আছে কি
The biggest task at hand was to develop the capacities of Van Suraksha Samitis so that they could practice the idea of sustainable management of the forest. This also included training the communities in appropriate silvicultural operations such as thinning and cleaning of forests.
এই ଯେଉଁ ଗଛ ଜଙ୍ଗଲରେ ଅଛି ଆମେ ସିଧା ସୋର୍ଟଟା ଛାଡ଼ିକିରି ଏଇ ଯେଉଁ ବଙ୍କା ଟଙ୍କା ସବୁ ଥିବ ଡିପାର୍ଟମେଣ୍ଟରୁ ଅର୍ଡ଼ର ଆଣୁ ଡିପାର୍ଟମେଣ୍ଟକୁ ଜଣାଉ ଯେ ଆଜ୍ଞା ଆମେ ସମସ୍ତେ ତ ଗରିବ ଲୋକ ଏଇ ଜାଳ କାଠ ଉପରେ ନିର୍ଭର ଆମେ କେମିତି ଚଳିବୁ ସିଏ କହିବେ ଜଙ୍ଗଲରେ ଯେଉଁଟେ ଗଛ ଭାଙ୍ଗି ଯାଇଛି କ'ଣ ହେଇଛି ଯେଉଁଟେ ପଡ଼ିଛି ସେ ଜିନିଷକୁ ଆଣିକିରି ତୁମ ଜେନେରାଲ ଭିତରେ ତୁମେ ଭାଗ ଭୁଗୁରା କରିକିରି ସମସ୍ତେ ନେବ।
From a barren forest to a generous forest, life has come a full circle in the villages of Angul Forest Division. Be it timber, fuel wood or minor forest produce, the forest has enough to meet the needs of its villagers. The Van Suraksha Samitis make sure that everything from the forest is harvested sustainably and then either auctioned or distributed fairly among the villagers.
बहुत भल लगुच देखला जंगल को कारण पूर्व अवस्था को फेरी आसी जो जंगल उजुड़ा को आरंभ करथिला से नुआ नुआ तो आम चाकरी करूँ तेणु उजुड़ा आमरी सामने बढ़ला आमरी सामने तेणु पुणी रिस्टक हो आसला मझे मझे गोटे गोटे बाईचान्स केमी आमर गैप रही ना प्राय रिस्टक हो आसला बहुत खुशी लगुच।
ग्रुप मीटिंग बसला हमर लक्ष्य टका दरकार अछि तेणु आमे गोटे बिजनेस प्लानिंग भी करछे।
This is a meeting between the Van Suraksha Samiti and a self-help group in Talcher village of Angul. Mamta Behra, the dynamic leader of the group, is putting forward the business plan of her group so that the Van Suraksha Samiti can approve them a loan of 1 lakh rupees. Mamta's group is involved in producing plates made from sal leaves. But till a few years back, the story was different. Mamta and many other women like her struggled to make ends meet for their families. Even though they were part of a self-help group, they had neither the money nor any skill to start an enterprise.
2003 मसीह आम ग्रुप आरंभ करूँ किंतु କିଛି ଜାଣିନଥିଲୁ ଘରୁ ଆମ ସ୍ୱାମୀମାନଙ୍କୁ ଶାଶୁ ଶ୍ୱଶୁରମାନଙ୍କୁ ନେଇକି ଆମେ 50 ଟଙ୍କା ଲେଖାଏଁ 2-3 ବର୍ଷ डिपोजिट कलु 2010 मसीहा पर्यंत यही कंडीशन रे आमे थिलु पत्र तुलुथुलु बिक्री करथुलु 50 टका लेखाएं डिपोजिट करथुलु 100-200 50 टका 60 टका एमगे मास शेष को तेल साबुन घर खर्च चले जाउथला.
Things changed when the Suraksha Samitis under the Odisha Forestry Sector Development Project targeted self-help groups to launch small enterprises that could bring extra income to poor families. For example, Mamta's group that had just one machine to stitch sal leaf plates got a loan from the Suraksha Samiti to buy 8 new machines. From one SHG, the business is now expanded to 13 SHGs.
एसएचजी गढ़ा पूर्वर लोक बहुत गरीब थिले किंतु कौन सी पिला पाठ पढ़ाई चाउल केजीटे आनिक दे पार नथिले माँ माने ताक हाथ रे भी पैसा नथिला बहुत घर घर भितर झगड़ा झाटी हो पारुले एई भला सब असुविधा थिला.
बीएसएस गठन होला परे आ गोटे से गोटे रिभल्विंग फंड आमको देले प्रथम 1 लाख टका देइथिले जोटा कि आम एसएचजी ग्रुप माने लोन नहीं कि सेटा तांको जीविका निर्वाह कले एवं बर्तमान सेटा फंड्सटा से आम कार्य रे प्लीज है कि बर्तमान आमको 2.5 लाख टका आम पाखरे रिभल्विंग फंड अछि एवं 2.5 लाख टका आम मोथे बर्तमान दे देइछु एसएचजी ग्रुप को दे देइछु जोटा से बर्तमान पिसिकल्चर चाष माछ चाष करिसंती एवं जहाँ फल कि सेमानकर आर्थिक अवस्था बदली जाइछि एवं जो माने जंगल पर बेसी निर्भर करुले से जाड़ुले बांबो बिजनेस करुले बर्तमान से अलग बिजनेस कलेनी.
With good returns on their enterprises, several SHGs are now doing business together at a cluster level.
एसएचजी ग्रुप जेतिकी लाभ पाउ नथुलु किंतु कस्टर करबा द्वारा हमर आमे अधिक लाभवान हेलु ता सहित गत वर्ष जहा कि फल रे हमर प्याज रु 2,50,000 टका लाभवान करथि.
काली पत्र तुलिबा कैपेसिटी भी हमर नथिला किंतु आज 5,000 4,000 3,000 गोटे मापचा 3 रु 4,000 टंका मासिक रोजगार करि पारछि से मानकर खुशी देखिकी मो निजको मु भाबे किछि पाइछि आज.
It is the same story, village after village in Odisha. The same community that had to exploit the forest for their survival are now its protectors and managers. In a span of 7 years, the project has not only given alternate livelihood to hundreds of thousands of forest dwellers, it has also regenerated nearly 200,000 hectares of forests across the state. Rich tropical forests that are giant storehouses of carbon. For a world grappling with the worst impacts of climate change, the Odisha story is worth noticing. Especially when the world is inching closer towards an international agreement called REDD+, meaning reducing emissions from deforestation and degradation in developing countries. The idea behind REDD+ is simple. industrialized countries pay developing countries to stop deforestation and manage their forests sustainably. It means that by assigning a financial value to a forest's carbon store, it is more attractive for indigenous people to protect their forest than to cut it. So how does one ascertain the carbon stock of a forest? In Odisha, Terry chose a sample site of 200 hectares of regenerated forest in Angul. The scientists applied a two-pool method that measured the above-ground tree biomass and below-ground tree biomass in the sample plot. From a baseline of 1990, the results showed a 10% increase in the biomass of the selected area. This translates into approximately an 8-ton per hectare increase in the carbon stock of the sample forest. Under a REDD+ regime, indigenous communities like that of Angul, who deliver such result-based conservation, would be entitled to receive financial incentives from developed countries.
The fact is that there's massive deforestation taking place across the world, and if we want to limit temperature increase to 2 degrees Celsius by the end of the century, then deforestation has to stop completely and very early. And in that context, I think REDD+ opportunities offer you an immense option by which we can reduce emissions of greenhouse gases. Now, of course, the scheme is just taking off, and it's expected that REDD+ projects will become widespread and very large scale in the coming years. But we have to be prepared, and I think it's very important for state governments and local entities to come up with project plans and proposals by which, once the funding becomes available and the rules of the game for REDD+ projects are put in place, we're ready to go. REDD+ projects also provide the opportunity to ensure that indigenous communities whose lives, their culture, their livelihood has depended for generations together on forest resources continue to be able to do so. And I would say that REDD+ projects, particularly the one in Odisha, can have enormous merit if it takes special interest in ensuring that the livelihoods of the indigenous community are preserved and, if possible, even enhanced. So this is, to my mind, something that all REDD+ projects would have to take care of.
Back in Odisha, the Odisha Forestry Sector Development Project will formally end in 2015, 7 years after it started. From there on, the Forest Department will step back and mandate the Suraksha Samitis to independently manage their community forests. That will be a new chapter in the story, but for now, it has a rich legacy to build upon.
The forestry sector development project is certainly different in the sense it's not only it talks or it deals with the conservation of the forest or increase in the forest cover, but it also considers the forest dweller as a part of the forest ecosystem. So the health of the forest could be judged when the forest dweller also live happily and they are healthy. When we see the smile with the forest dweller and whatever produce they are making, they can really get the right price for it, so that they think that it can it could be a viable livelihood or the alternate livelihood for them. So once I think that is made sustainable, then I think the project could be judged as the most successful one.